programme. We will be bringing you all upcoming updates in regards to that developing story there. We stay in the South Asia region where a five-storey building has collapsed in the Pakistani city of Karachi, killing at least 7 people and injuring 8 others. The incident occurred in the impoverished Lyari neighbourhood, once considered one of Pakistan's most dangerous areas. Officials say up to 100 people have been living in the building at the time. Rescuers are still searching the rubble, believing more people may be trapped. Karachi Mayor Murtaza Wahab confirmed the death toll, while rescue teams, including the EDHI Welfare Foundation, warned that 8 to 10 people could still be underneath the debris. Let's take a listen in to what a rescue worker and residents had to say.
बिल्डिंग थी जिस पे गवर्नमेंट ने जो लोकल इलाका मकीन बता रहे हैं, लोकल्स बता रहे हैं, वो ये बता रहे हैं कि गवर्नमेंट ने SBCA के तहत जो है वो नोटिस भी इशू किए थे कि बिल्डिंग रहने के काबिल नहीं है और इसमें आधी बिल्डिंग जो है वो खाली भी हो चुकी थी और आप मेरे अकब में देख रहे होंगे कि बिल्डिंग गिरी है, इसके ऊपर रेस्क्यू का काम जारी है।
थोड़ी देर के बाद में पता चला तो बिल्डिंग मना गिर गई है, तो मैं ऐसे जो आया हूँ, अब मैं छुट्टी लेके आया हूँ तो इधर देखा हूँ तो कुछ भी नहीं है, खाली बच्चे हमारे बाहर निकल आए और बकाया जो हमारा जितना भी सामान वगैरह वो राग हो गया, ख़त्म हो गया।
मैं चले गया ड्यूटी पे तो 10 बजे वाइफ ने मुझे कॉल की, बोला यार ये दूसरी आवाज़ आई है, तो वाइफ को मैंने बोला आप एक काम करो, नाश्ता वास्ता छोड़ो और बच्चों को लेके अब नीचे उतर जाओ। तो घर में जितने बराबर में जो पड़ोसी है, रिश्तेदार है, वाइफ ने सबको भाई दरवाज़ा नॉक करके बोला भाई आ जाओ।
Excavators and emergency workers struggled to access the narrow alleys, with police being forced to baton charge crowds to clear the way. The building was described as worn out by rescue officials, with structural failures and collapses common in Pakistan, particularly in Karachi, a city of over 20 million people, where poor construction, illegal extensions and lax enforcement of building codes are widespread. Indonesian rescuers have resumed the search for 30 passengers still missing after a ferry sank near Bali more than 35 hours after the tragedy occurred. The ferry, named KMP Tanu Pratama Jaya, was carrying 65 Indonesians when it sank about 30 minutes after departing from East Java on its way to the holiday island of Bali on Wednesday night. Officials say 29 people were rescued on Thursday, while at least 6 people were confirmed dead. Bad weather forced a temporary halt to operations, but the search resumed today with ships, helicopters and hundreds of rescuers battling strong currents and rain in the Bali Strait. Take a listen.
Karena korban yang kemarin itu banyak diketemukan di arah timur ya, jadi ke selatan dan ke timur.
All 65 people on board were Indonesian, including 53 passengers and 12 crew members. Officials stated the ferry was not overloaded. Family members are gathering at rescue centres waiting for news. Dayu maid Silawati, whose husband was on the ferry, said she last spoke to him on Wednesday night. Let's listen in to what she said.
Ke Surabaya, ngambil pakan ternak, nah itu kan baliknya itu dia setiap mau naik kapal itu nyebrang, dia nelpon sempat jam 9 malam kemarin, dia nelpon, Bu, saya udah baru naik kapal. Saya bilang hati-hati ya Pak, nggih. Nanti kalau udah sampai di rumah taruh teraknya di depan toko, pulang. Nanti siang kita sembahyang, itu kan ada odalan. Oh iya Bu, nah itu kan jadi enggak enak dah perasaannya gitu. Berulang-ulang hanya telepon enggak diangkat, enggak kumen-kumen begitu gitu loh. Terus ibunya, saya telepon lagi bosnya, kata Pak Tua ada kapal tenggelam Bu. Nah itu udah tadi saya telepon juga Pak Dewonya enggak nyambung. Saya lihat GPS-nya sekilas gitu kelihatan, dan itu enggak sampai sekarang katanya mati dah. Belum.
The ship had been making regular trips between Bali and East Java, Authorities say transportation safety investigators will probe the cause of the sinking once its search effort is complete. Ferries are a common mode of transportation in Indonesia, a nation of over 17,000 islands, but lacks safety standards and insufficient life-saving equipment, often raise concerns about passenger safety. Now let's move over to the sporting world, where Jamie Smith and Harry Brook launched a thrilling counter-attack against India on day 3 of the second Rothsday Test at Edgbaston. After England slumped to 84 for 5 in response to India's massive 587, Smith's explosive 80-ball century and Brooks's 91 not out turned the tide. Together, they added 165 runs in just 25 overs, taking England to 249 for 5 at lunch. Smith's rapid ton, containing 14 fours and 3 sixes, was the joint third fastest in England's Test history. The pair's remarkable partnership put India on the back foot, narrowing their 338-run lead as England gained momentum. We move on now. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah has expressed his devastation following the death of his teammate Diogo Jota, who tragically died in a car crash at 28 alongside his brother Andre Silva. Salah described it as extremely difficult to accept, adding that Jota's loss will be felt deeply by everyone at the club. The two were close, with Salah saying he never imagined returning to Liverpool after the break without Jota. The football world mourns the untimely death of both Jota and Silva, with Salah sending his thoughts to Jota's wife, children and family during this unimaginable time. Lewis Hamilton set the fastest time in first practice for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, edging McLaren's Lando Norris by just 0.023 seconds. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and McLaren's Oscar Piastri followed in third and fourth. This marks Hamilton's first time topping a practice session this season, excluding the sprint race in China. Meanwhile, championship leader Max Verstappen struggled with his car's balance, finishing 10th. Mercedes' George Russell was 5th, while Alpine's Pierre Gasly and Sauber's Gabriel Bortoleto both had near misses at the high-speed Copse corner. The session saw a mix of new and old floor updates across multiple teams. The White House will host a UFC fight next year to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence. President Donald Trump announced the event will be a championship bout with 20,000 to 25,000 attendance. Trump, a longtime friend of UFC President Dana White, revealed the plans during a speech in Iowa. He also hinted that the White House's vast grounds would be used for the historic event. Trump's ties to the UFC date back over 2 decades, including hosting a fight at Trump Taj Mahal in 2001. The UFC event is part of a broader celebration for America's 250th anniversary in 2026. Spain winger Nico Williams has officially extended his contract with Atletico Bilbao, committing to the club until June of 2035. The 21-year-old turned down lucrative offers, including former interest from Barcelona, citing financial uncertainty at the Catalan club. Williams' new deal stretches his previous contract by 8 years and boosts his release clause to nearly $100 million. The extension is a major win for Athletic Bilbao as they lock in one of their most promising talents ahead of the upcoming European competitions. Well, that is all we have time for. We will continue to bring you more news updates from around the world. Thank you.